Hi there, my name is Sevvy. I'm your personal assistant, starting today at least. It's really nice to meet you. And I started to read through some of your files, and I read that you really like your coffee. So I went ahead and I got you a glass of some nice warm coffee. Don't mind the mug, it's what they had free in the break room. Do you mind if I put it right next to you? Okay, I'm gonna put it right next to you right there, okay? Don't mind my rage. And I was looking over your files, like I said, and there's a couple of things from people around the office that I found were very, very interesting. Let me just pull it up. So these are not urgent matters, but these are matters that need resolving in order to keep a healthy corporate environment. So the first one is that Rita from HR says that her office is a little bit too cold. But Brian from HR says that it is too warm. What do you request that I tell them to do? Okay, I'll go ahead and tell Rita that. Mind if I write it down? And I'll go ahead and tell him that too. Okay. And here's it coming. Timothy from sales says that we don't hold a very nice coffee brand in our break room. He says that this coffee is, and I quote, too corporate America for someone who has talents greater than that. What do you request I say to him? Are you sure? We don't want our employees to quit after all. Okay. 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 And one more. Okay. I heard that Elaine, and she is from accounting. Elaine from accounting says that she would like more team building opportunities. So some suggestions that I've come up with that I've researched online are things like a community game room, like a table where you can play pool together, perhaps more outings outside of work, or some outings inside of work, just like an hour off of work each week to properly bond with the team, and maybe some other places as well. Departments, I mean. So what would you like to do? I certainly don't think that many people would unlike, an hour a week to get to know other departments. I mean, during the morning, people are just waking up anyways. It's not like they can be immediately productive. So perhaps that time is better used. That's a good idea. Okay. And what day do you think we should set that on? I think, if you allow me to add my 2 cents, I think that the morale lowers, especially by the time it's Friday, and we already do have that jeans policy in place, so that already sets the tone as more of a casual fun day, Fridays. So therefore, for Fridays, I think that we should hold the little get-together. Okay, I'll write that down. And I'll ask the department heads about that. I know that they've been wanting that sort of thing, so I'm hoping that it's gonna be a nice, easy breezy fix. Is your coffee to your liking? Good, I wouldn't want to make it bad for you. Okay. Now, I saw that your last personal assistant, she didn't seem to do too many things there's a lot of files that are just sort of on my desk, loose. Do you request any sort of things that you need immediately? Then I'll put them aside, but I have things all from bills to client details to even some things about personal matters from the last personal assistant. I guess it makes sense, personal matters, personal assistant. And what do you request I do with those? Should I email them or mail them or just throw them away? Okay, I'll make sure to do that. And I have gotten my login. So I'm gonna go ahead and forward you a couple of emails that I have been sent from our client. The big one, So they have been emailing quite a bit about the deadline. They're worried that we're not going to make it. And it seems that they've been so worried that they've wanted to bypass the team leads and speak directly with you. So I was thinking that we could either set up a meeting or perhaps a virtual meeting. This client is located, let me check. They're located about a 5-minute walk, so having an in-person meeting would be quite feasible. And I think that might be able to relieve their worries a little bit better. So that's personally what I would recommend. Allow me to check your schedule for today. Okay, does not look like you have very many openings today, but tomorrow you have an opening at noon. I know that is right before your lunch period, but I don't think this client meeting should take too long. I think they just want a bit of verbal reassurance from the big guy, Okay, I'll go ahead and put them in for that time slot, about 15 minutes. And should I reply to their email letting them know? Okay. I'll reply. I'll let them know. Perfect. And I just got an email from it looks like either one of your family members or friends. It said that they tried calling earlier, but the phone line was busy. I apologize, I wasn't here earlier, so it must have just rung and run without any security or personal assistant picking it up. So it seems that they're wanting you to contact them after work, and since this is a personal matter, I don't feel justified in responding, so I think I'm just going to send along that email to you, and I will write down their phone number as well right now, so you can go ahead and give them a call as soon as possible. They seemed a little worried, so just to keep all areas of your life balanced, that is the work of a personal secretary. After all, I want to make sure that you're working at your best, and that might include a little bit of help from me. And that's what I do for. That's why I'm here. Okay. Now, is there anything else that you need help with? Those papers over there, they're a little disorganized. You have a lot of paper clips on them, but are you ever going to take them out of the paper clips? Or could I perhaps staple them together for you? Okay. I'll go ahead and staple some of these. Do you like my stapler? It's nice and teal colored. Okay. Perfect. And we were just talking about your lunch period, weren't we? So your lunch period for tomorrow. Is there anything that you're craving or anything that you desire me to order? Or would you like to take a look at the local menu? I can read off some options if you'd like. Okay, well, there is this. Let me scroll. There's a very nice Mexican restaurant that has rave reviews about its tostitas. There is an Italian-American hybrid place that has apparently really good meatball subs. If you want something lighter, it seems that there is a Mediterranean place that has really good wraps with a lot of vegetables or light meats like chicken. So you can get one of those. And that also has a good meal deal. But if you're in for more of an American normal cuisine, it does seem like there is a burger place that serves, let me read this, artisan handcrafted patties from local farms in the American region. So, we can go ahead and get those as well if you're more of a burger type of person. Personally, I'm actually vegetarian, so that Mediterranean place looks really good for me. What would you like? Okay. I will order that tomorrow. It does seem like that they don't take scheduled orders for this far in advance. So let me go ahead and write this down. And what exactly would you like? Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now that we have that all settled. Wonderful. And you have that client meeting for tomorrow? And how late do you think you're going to stay today? Okay. I think I'm going to stay pretty late as well because I have all these files on my desk that I need to figure out what on earth I'm doing with. So, I have my work cut out for me there. And I'll let you know if I get any sort of phone calls. The phones have been going a little bit crazy lately. I think it's that previous client, so what I've heard for that client meeting tomorrow is that they want some sort of written deadline in place for this specific job, and I think that they will be very reassured if they got that. If you need, I can provide some sort of template or contract of sorts for this meeting to make your job a little bit easier. Would you like me to make it a little easier for you? I can type up it very, very quickly. Okay. Alright. I'll go ahead and type that up today, and I will send it to you by tomorrow. Before the meeting, of course. Okay. Got that. Okay. I think all of the things that I needed to ask of you are all complete. My checklist is now empty. So, I'm gonna finally let you go. I know I've been talking your ear off, but I really just want you to succeed. Remember, if there's anything that you need, don't hesitate to ask Sevvy. I'm always a little walk out of your office or a phone call away. Speaking of that, you do have that meeting with the HR director in about 5 minutes, so you should probably prepare for that. Okay, I'll go ahead and get out of your hair. Okay, let me enter in the time slot for that current meeting. Okay, So that should be on, and I will go ahead and get out of your hair. If there's anything you need from me during that meeting, just don't be afraid to give me a holler, okay? Okay, I'll see you.